internal energy, thermodynamic, internal energy of the thermodynamic represent as small u or capital E with subscript Inc. This internal energy is a total energy stored within the system, which includes all forms of energy at microscopic level. So the microscopic level is mean the molecular level of the system. For example, if we consider for the kinetic energy, it means the molecular energy of their motion that include translation, rotation, and vibration. And for potential energy, it can associate with the intermolecular force as and chemical bond. Electronic energy is due to the energy level of electron within atom, and nuclear energy can be stored at a nucleic atom. Another thermodynamic parameter that is heat. Heat is defined as the transfer of energy across the boundary of a system due to a temperature difference between system and its surrounding. For example, if we consider for the container with water inside and we heat it, so heat is a energy that we put into the system. So the unit of heat can be calorie or cal. The amount of energy 1 calorie is defined by the energy that used to change the temperature of water 1 gram to have the temperature change from 14.5 to 15.5 Celsius. Another energy unit can be BTU. It comes from British thermal unit. British thermal unit related to the energy that used to heat the water 1 pound to have the temperature change from 63 Fahrenheit to 64 Fahrenheit. From this, we can refer that energy 1 cal or 1 calorie equal to 4.186 joule, which known as the mechanical equivalent of heat. Another topic, heat capacity and specific heat. Heat capacity will written as the capital C. It defined as the amount of energy needed to raise the temperature of the sample increase up to 1 centigrade. So the relation between heat, energy, and temperature can written as Q equal to C delta T. For the specific heat, written as a small c, is the heat capacity per unit mass. So it means we can use this equation and divide by mass. Sorry, we can use the capital C divided by mass. It will become specific heat. Then if we want to heat the sample of mass M, the energy will become Q equal to M C delta T. Then the change of the internal energy of the system can define as the internal energy change due to the heat will equal to mc delta T too. Then technically the specific heat variable with the temperature, we should write it like this. But for the small change of delta T, we can keep small c as a constant. In this figure show some specific value of the heat of the material. On the left side is the material that are solid, for example, aluminum, beryllium, cadmium, copper, and until silver. On the right side is also some material like glass, ice, and wood. For the liquid state of water defined at a temperature of 15, and for the gas, for the water steam, it defined at 100 Celsius. So we'll use the value that we use in this chapter. We'll refer to this table. An example related to specific heat is the system of calorimetry. In this example, the problem said an 0.005 kilogram ingot of metal is heated to 200 Celsius and then dropped into calorimeter containing 0.4 kilogram of water, initially at 20 Celsius. The equilibrium temperature is measured at 22.4. Find the specific heat of metal. So in this system, we have two samples in the system. One is cold water, another one is hot sample. When the hot sample drop into the cold water, both have different temperature, but at some point of time, both samples will have the same temperature at the equilibrium. So this process happens by the hot sample give the thermal energy into the cold water. So the amount of energy lost by the hot sample will equal to the energy gained by the cold water. So then we get a relation like this. So on the left side is the energy gained by the cold water. On the right side is the energy lost by the hot metal, where MW is the mass of water, CW is specific heat of water, TF is the final temperature or equilibrium temperature. In this case is 22.4 centigrade. TW is the initial temperature of water. In this case is 20 centigrade. MX is mass of metal. CX is the specific heat of metal which we have to determine in this problem. TF is the final temperature or the equilibrium temperature which will be the same as the water, that is 22.4. And Tx is the initial temperature of the water which is 200 Celsius. From this equation we rearrange the equation as Cx equal to mW Cw times Tf minus Tw divided by Mx times Tx minus Tf. So we change from negative to positive. And then substitute our value we know. Then we can calculate for the specific heat of metal. It should be around 453 joule per kilogram per Celsius. The next quantity about heat, that is latent heat. Latent heat is a heat quantity that used when we calculate for the phase change of the material. In our example, we will calculate for the phase change of the water. For the boiling water, water change phase from liquid to gas, and for the melting, water have a solid phase as we call ice. It melting, it will become liquid water. But it has the same process, but in opposite direction. For the boiling, that is condensing, gas will condense into the liquid, and also for the freezing, liquid change to solid as ice. So in principle, all these process will have no temperature difference. So the heat that give to the system, it will be used to change the phase to break the molecule of the material from solid to liquid, from liquid to gas, or in the opposite way if it change from gas to liquid or liquid to solid. It means the system will give the energy to the environment. Then the heat that used in this case is called latent heat, will define as Q divided by delta M, or we can write as Q equal to delta M L, where L is the latent heat, have a unit of joule per kilogram. Latent is mean hidden, and delta M is a mass change of the higher phase material. So what is the higher phase material? Let's see. It means the material that exists in this table is some sample temperature of latent heat of the material. On the left side is the latent heat of fusion or freezing, and on the right side is the latent heat of vaporization or boiling. Let's consider for the example as shown in the figure. We have the phase change or energy change with temperature of water, start from phase I until to gas. So consider at phase A. If we say that we have 1 gram of ice at minus 30 Celsius. At phase A, I have increased the temperature from minus 30 to 0 degree Celsius. Then we use the heat that give the energy change, temperature change. For the phase A, temperature change from minus 30 Celsius to 0 Celsius. Then we can use this equation QA equal to MICI delta TA, where Mi is a mass of ice, Ci is the capacity heat of ice, and then we substitute the mass of 1 gram or 0.001 gram. Q is 2090 joule per kilogram per Celsius, and temperature change is 30 Celsius. Then we can calculate the heat in phase A is about 62.7 joule. In phase B, this phase is a phase change from ice to water. So 1 gram of ice change to water, 1 gram at 0 Celsius. So no temperature change, but have phase change. We can use the equation of latent heat, Q equal to L delta F, and L we have to use latent heat of freezing point, which is 3.33 times 10 power 5 joule per kilogram for the water. Then we can calculate for the energy in phase B equal to 333 joule. In phase C, water at 0 Celsius change to water at 100 Celsius. In this phase, the water change the temperature. We can use the equation of QC equal to M W CW delta TC. For the specific heat at for the water is 4186 joule per kilogram per Celsius. Then we can calculate for the heat that water gain in this phase will become about 418.6 joule. For the phase D, water at 100 Celsius change phase from water to gas or to steam. Also at the same temperature is 100 Celsius. Then we can calculate for the heat that used in this due to the latent heat of the water, which is 2.26 times 10 power 6 joule per kilogram. Then heat in phase D is equal to 2260 joule. And for the E, temperature gas stream from 100 Celsius increase the temperature to 120 Celsius. In this phase, we can use the equation due to the temperature change at QE equal to MSCH delta TE, where mass specific heat of water gas is 2010 joule per kilogram per Kelvin. Then we can calculate for the heat in phase E equal to 40.2 joule. Supercooling and superheating. In water, they have some special state that called supercooling. It happens when liquid water have a temperature drop below 0 Celsius, but it's not freezing. So this structure make the density of ice less than the water. Then when the water have supercool have been disturbed, it will be immediately freeze and the whole energy will release. Temperature will increase up to 0 Celsius. So at this point, the ice that clear will have a larger density, less density than the water. So the volume will increase. Another state is superheating. It happens when water have temperature greater than 100 Celsius, but it's not boiling. So the formation of bubble in the steam will require some nucleation. If the water have disturbed at this state, the water can become explosive. This is also the dangerous if you put water in microwave, it can be superheated. Then when you do something, the water will create a lot of bubble, so it can be explode. This is also very dangerous.